The Nun is the newest addition to the Conjuring franchise, and it is again another crappy prequel movies to the other main Conjuring movies. And now the only thing that could happen is that they do another prequel of The Nun, and this is like The Nun Origins, and then that movie might actually be good, but this movie sucks.
Sister, please. This way.
So The Nun was probably the scariest part of the Conjuring 2. And I mean, some of the scenes with her, with like the painting, with like the dark room, and it was really great. And I mean, some of the stuff towards the end of Conjuring 2, where like becomes like a demon and it's all on screen, is a little over the top. But you know that if I thought about, I heard about them doing a movie about this character, I was like, oh, that could be really good. And it isn't, because they get to it and it just doesn't make any sense. They have this Tessa Farmiga, which is actually the younger sister of the main character from the Conjuring series, which is, at first I was like, wait, is she playing a younger version of the girl? And like, oh no, it's just a random one. They just use one that looks exactly like her because they're sisters. And it's like, it brought me out of it a little bit, but that doesn't really matter. But like, she is training to become a nun or whatever. She hasn't made her vows yet. And the Roman Catholic Church kind of sends this guy that investigates miracles or other possessions and other stuff, and they send her and him to this really remote castle church thing, and they have, because they're worried that the ground is no longer holy, and they have to investigate it. And I think that this movie would have been a lot better if you actually had, if like the nuns were in it. Like if you had more characterization of them finding this demon or something, instead of having it be in there and everything already being done and everything already being in a shambles. I think it would be more interesting to have more of a prequel. But like with what they get there is just kind of goofy, because they immediately get there and like the second they're there, like things are bad. Like there's no ramping up of the tension or of the haunting like in the other Conjuring movies. There's no intro. There's this like, they go right when they get there, the priest gets buried alive, and it's like, oh, a ghost can bury you alive now, huh? Like it doesn't seem to even follow the rules of the Conjuring universe. Because especially at a certain point, there's also the Frenchie, this guy that that drives them there on a horse-driven cart, and he is weird. He is obviously inspired by Ash from the Evil Dead series, and because at a certain point he gets a boomstick, a shotgun, and he starts like blowing the heads off nun zombies, and it's like, is this in the Conjuring universe? Like, this is like you're blowing off the heads of zombie nuns. Like, it's like, I don't think there are zombies in the Conjuring universe. I think it's more like ghosts and demons and shit like that. And it's like, okay, I guess you really like Evil Dead, so you have to show some scenes that are inspired by it. Okay. The coolest scene though is when Tessa Farmiga is talking to some of the nuns at the cloister, and they're like explaining the history about the church, and like they say that back in like the 1400s, some evil baron was like murdering people and trying to summon the demon, and that the Holy Catholic Church and like the Knights Templar came and killed the baron and like and sealed the demon back in with the blood of Christ, with a holy relic, and that stuff was pretty cool. I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing a Conjuring universe movie set back in the Middle Ages where there actually are real witches and demons and stuff like that, that could be fun. But this movie is not fun because it's just so many stupid things it does. And it's just, the worst thing though is that it's not scary. There's not one scene that is scary. And I mean, there are multiple jump scares, but they're not good jump scares. Like, and James Wan in this Conjuring universe, he has some of the best jump scares because most of the time they're real. Like, there's something scary, and they actually are startling. They're not just like, boop, like a loud noise and like a flash or something, like a cat jumping around, there's someone grabbing your shoulder. And this one, they do so many jump scares that they're so poorly done. Like, there's no startle to them. It's like, okay, it's a jump scare coming. Okay, boo. Yeah, okay, boo. Yep, I'm scared. And it's poorly done by the director, Corin Hardy. And it's just not a good film. I love horror films. Even sometimes I enjoy bad horror films, but there's nothing like incredibly bad about. Like, it's not fun bad. It's just meh bad, and it's just disappointing. I know they're doing. I think like they're doing the Crooked Man next, and I think after that, hopefully, there's like an actual third real Conjuring movie, which they can introduce other characters they should make prequels for. But I don't know, this one just wasn't very good. It's disappointing too, but I liked this character, but they didn't do anything with her. Like, I mean, they could have done so much. Like, the script, they could have done something a lot more interesting with the story than what they did. And I mean, what they did with it just doesn't make sense. Like, there are some twists and turns with stuff that goes on, and it's just stupid. Like, I would not recommend it. I give it like a 5.5 out of 10, something like that. But thanks for watching. Check out the video playlist on my head and subscribe to me on that Z over there. Thanks.